Hi everyone, in this video I want to show you how I filled up all my planters with less than 50 pounds. So I have 6 planters that I've built from used pellets, and if I was gonna fill them all up by going to the store and buying compost, I probably need around 150 or even 200 pounds, especially if you want a good mixture. You want to use multi-purpose compost, you want to use a good topsoil, you want to use maybe some perlite. And I didn't want to do all this, so let me show you how I filled up all of these. The first step, maybe, was to go to the forest to gather some topsoil from the wood. So let's jump on now and show you guys how I picked up all this soil from the woods. Alright. So, somewhere nearby, in your local woods, just go to an area where there's plenty of leaves on the ground, not the weeds. There's leaves for a couple of years been sitting on the ground. Just shake away the fresh leaves that's been sitting here since last year. Bring a bucket, a little hand scraper or shovel. So for 140 liters that my planter is, I'm gonna use maybe 3 buckets, which is 20 liter each, so let's say 60 liters of this topsoil that we're gonna just take from the woods. So after you shook away all the leaves, scrape a bit, leave it empty now. So what you're gonna do is just stick your shovel in, let's say maybe 1 or just 2 inches, and lift that soil up. Scrape it away if you can. Just 1 or 2 inches till you see the darkest bit. That's already gonna be the ground. You don't want to take that from the woods. But this one, top bit, as you can see, is just last year's leaves rotting away, and it's perfect for your garden plants. So let's fill the bucket up. So as I said, I'm gonna use probably 3 buckets for 140 liters. So 60 liters of this should be plenty. The second thing you might want to get from a wood is some old branches. So walk around your wood, try to find a rotten tree that's been sitting on the ground, and we're gonna crush that into little pieces, and we're gonna use it in our planter for keeping the moisture in. And just like one of these here that's been rotting for quite a while in the leaves here, and we're gonna just smash it into pieces, little chips of wood, put in our bucket here, and maybe just bring half a bucket into into each planter to just try to keep some moisture in, because wood usually takes water in quite well. And just smush it into little tiny pieces like that, as much as you can. That's it. Look at that. So this little tree here has been sitting here for a while now, and I'm just gonna try to pick a few pieces out of it. And I said we don't want this bit over here. Let me see if it's dry enough inside. Oh, there you go. That's what we need here. You see, this piece of wood will keep the moisture pretty well inside our planters. So I'm going to open it up like this, try to just break away a few pieces. Now you might see that it's nice and wet. That's what we want to have in our planters, moisture. Of course, if you're gonna take this inside to your house, you better keep in mind that it's full of bugs usually. So a way of dealing with this is you can pour boiling water over it and get rid of the bugs, and then put it in your planter inside the house, or just leave it outside for a while, all these wood chips, till they dry on the sun, and eventually the bugs will leave it. And after that, plant it into your planter or flower garden. Okay, we are back from the woods to the garden. So let me walk you through what I have here. I've got 3 buckets worth of topsoil that we just picked up from the wood. It's all nice and clean without any roots in it. I have 1 bag of multi-purpose compost that I bought. So there was like 8 pounds, which I'm using to just 1 bucket in each of my planters. So there's 1 bucket out of that. It will keep adding some extra nutrients to the plants. We have some perlite, which is a very important thing if you want to mix into your potting soil, because it will keep air to the roots and it helps you with the drainage. Now, perlite is a volcanic glass that you can buy in a big bag like I just did here, and this is the most expensive addition to our garden soil. A bag like this was 20 pounds, and it will be enough for all my planters. So adding that up, so far I only spent 28 pounds. The rest is from the woods. We have some wood chips, half a bucket, that we add into the mixture for keeping moisture in. And we have another bucket of just normal gardening soil picked up from the garden here. There is some clay in it, there is some other mixing in it. You don't want to add too much because it will just not drain enough. That's why you need all the compost materials and perlite to drain your mixture, not to hold water in tight. Okay, now let me show you how I fill up my last planter. Let me put on my gloves here, and I'm gonna add the soil from the forest. Nice and easy. Pour it all in. Right. Spread out. Next I'm gonna add the garden soil. Just 1 bucket. I'm gonna add my perlite, almost a bucket full. This will be good for drainage. You will keep oxygen and the roots of for the roots of the plants. Half a bucket of wood chips will help keeping some moisture in, because wood absorbs water and holds it in for quite a while. This is the stuff that we picked up from the woods earlier. And finally, the compost that we bought from the store. Put it all in, and we still have to mix everything up so everything is nice and uniform in there. You want to take everything from the bottom to the top and so on, so it all looks the same color and the same mixture. After mixing everything up, we will water our planter with maybe 1 bucket full of water. Let it drain, and everything will be ready for planting, which we will do in our next video. Okay, thank you guys, and see you soon.